No. No. Mm. November 9th, 9:52 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 1. Well, I guess this is it. Yeah. Way or another. Case gets decided today. Ah, Phoenix, look! For Edgeworth? Received a call from the Chief Prosecutor's office yesterday. I was told that whatever White says today, absolutely. No matter how you try to attack his testimony, objection I have good faith that the judge will listen. Have the judge in. Does White have the judge in his pocket too? They're saying I'm going to be guilty. Story. Do anything to get my verdict. Anything. Why? Why? How can you torment an innocent person like this? Innocent. How can we know that? Guilty will always lie. Avoid being found out. There's no way to tell who is guilty. All that I can hope to do is get every defendant guilty. I make that my policy. Changed. Phoenix. Know him? Don't expect any special treatment, right? Well, court will be starting soon. What? But wait, your defense attorney isn't even here yet. They're not. I'll be defending myself. What? Okay, let's do this. September 9th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 1. Order's now in session for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. Prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, are you sure you're up to doing this? Yes, Your Honor. I will be defending myself. Understood. Very well, Mr. Edward. Go opening statement, please. As the details of the event are already quite clear to the court, today we will hear the testimony of a witness to the defendant's crime. The prosecution may call its witness. That went far too smoothly. Why didn't the judge ask Edgeworth why his witness? It's like he already knows why. If anyone's going to raise an objection about this, I suppose it's me. Yeah, let it go. Forget it. I smell it. I'd like to call Mr. Red White to the stand. Please state your full name. You wish to know the title of my personage? Name. Yes, that is what I said. Oh dear, do my locutions confuse? Name. These two are great together. My name is Red White. My friends call me Blanco Nino. I am the CEO, or to use a more common term, the president of Blue Corp. You know the victim is Mia Fey. And that would be a negatory. No, I did not. You were at the Gatewater Hotel the night of the murder? Correct. You witnessed the murder from there. I tell you what you already know. Very well, Mr. White. You may begin your testimony. Can't rip this guy's testimony apart. I'm done for. I know I always feel like it's the end of the world, and I'm the last man standing. Oh. God, bitches. I hope you have made your peace with God, Mr. Lawyer. Let him have it, Phoenix. Hey, how'd she get... Whatever. Not questioning it. Not questioning. witness's account. Let's see, it was about 9, I believe. I was quietly perusifying? Okay, yeah, okay. I was quietly that's reading to you, some papers by the window. Then I heard a bedlam coming from outside. Surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way. It was then I saw him, a spiky-haired man attacking a woman with long hair. Needless to say, that man was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer. I called Miss May over at once. She, too, was flabbergasted, of course. The victim, he ran away, but you gave chase. Finally, there was a terrible impaction. Then it was all over. Things occurred as you testified, and I'm afraid the defendant is guilty. Very well, defendant. Mr. Wright. Go cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Alright. Let's see, it was about 9. How do you know what time it was? Because I am always absolutely perfect, you know. No, you're not getting away with that. You are so mistrusting, Mr. Lawyer. So, what was the proper term for secretary again? Anyway, Ms. May ordered room service for 9. Happened soon after the room service arrived. Ms. May said 2. I don't see anything to gain by attacking one by any friend. Okay. What were you doing at that time? I was quietly reading some papers through the window. By window, you mean the one directly across from Fay & Co. law offices. Correct. That is the only window. And there you were reading papers. Correct. The Gatewater is a businessman's hotel, and I am a busy man who had business to do. Then I heard a bedlam coming from outside. A bedlam. It must have been when you attacked, I assume. We see. Continue. Surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way, and I pressed that. It was then I saw him, a spiky-haired man attacking a woman with long hair. Spiky-haired? Alright, hold on. What did she say yesterday? The victim dodged an attack, then ran. Okay, no, that's the same. Ran to the right. What does he say? Well, Miss May over, she too was super surprised. Of course, the victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. Can you be a little more detailed about that? I think it's worth knowing exactly what happened. Of course! Comprende. I understand. The victim was attacked by you and ran to the left. You gave chase and struck her down. Are you sure? As you know, I am always absolutely perfect. Perhaps you could change your testimony to reflect this new detail? The victim ran to the left and you gave chase. Wait right there. Mr. White, you dug your own grave. What is this? You said the victim ran to the left. But that directly contradicts Miss May's testimony. You clearly stated that the victim ran right. Oh ho ho. It is simple. You have misheard her. I think not. Look at the floor plans. The killer was here, and the victim here. If the victim ran to the left, as you claim she did, she would have been running directly away from the door. She would have been running into a dead end. Don't you find that odd? Unless you were looking at her, and then she would have been running to the left to get to the door, and not the right. Very strange. I did see her run to the left. I did. Phoenix, look at his face. I don't think he's lying about this one. True. Maybe he really did see the victim run. So he did witness the killing. Wait a second. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Ms. May says right and Mr. White says left. Can you explain this contradiction to the court? Both witnesses are telling the truth. Once. I doubt it. Beretta. That does not clear up the contradiction. There is one scenario that would explain their conflicting accounts. What? Obviously, the witness was not viewing the crime from the hotel. Mr. Wright, what do you mean? Yes, what do you mean? Not viewing the crime from the hotel. He was not in the hotel. Where could he have been? In the law offices of Fay and Company, of course. More specifically, he was standing here. Or the court where Mr. White was standing. This is where he was. Look, when the victim ran for the door, if he was watching from this point, it would appear that she ran to the left. Please, this is no time for jokes and ill taste. That is where the killer was standing. Order. I will have order. Anyone disturbing the order of this courtroom will be held in contempt. Mr. Wright, what are you suggesting? Rapscallion. Postulations of the defense are a distortion of the truth, Your Honor. Indeed, they do seem a bit far-fetched. Oh, you provide us with so much entertainment, Mr. Lawyer. It's laughing. The hilarity of the moment made me remember something. It appears I have been unclear, and for this, I apologize. Mr. Your Honor, might I be allowed to testify once more? Very well. Let's hear your revised testimony. Fuck, you can't fix a broken testimony. Ran to the left. Miss May's testimony was correct, as was mine. When you assaulted the girl, first ran to the left, and then you hit her, savagely. That is what I saw. Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. You chased her, delivered the final blow. That is what Miss May saw. You see, you hit her twice. Don't you remember, Mr. Lawyer? That does seem to make sense. Will you be cross-examining the witness's testimony? Bet I will. I mean, yes, Your Honor. In the left. What do you mean first? First, that is what comes before what happens next. You speak English, right? Please, sit back, relax. I will try to use simple words for your benefit. First, she ran to the left, and then she ran to the right. Then you hit her savagely. I didn't hit anyone. Now, Mr. Wright, there is no point hiding things from this court. Not hiding anything. Prosecution requests that the defense refrain from interrupting the testimony. Mr. Wright, you have been warned. Edit me. Save real fast. Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. Faced her and delivered the final blow. A blow. Mr. White, the victim died from a single blow. What do you have to say about that? Chance to hit him where it counts. Mr. White, wasn't it you who told this court you were abso-positively perfect? I will refrain from using this phrase from now on. Your Honor, if you could ask the witness for a new testimony. The witness is obviously confused, Your Honor. I would like to request a 10-minute break. Yes, quiet. The witness is confused because he's lying. I emphatically request that there be no break, Your Honor. Yeah, we want justice. Don't let him get away. Very well. Witness would care to revise his testimony. Crowd's on my side. No, it's one White. Mr. White. Okay. Well, see, I looked at the other window when I heard that thing fall. Then, the next moment, I saw Ms. Mia run to the left. The killer, you, attacked her, but she dodged. And then, she turned, ran to the door, then you did her in with a single blow. Whap. That's... whap indeed. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination. Mr. Your Honor, my stomach, you see, it is hurting. Deal with it. This is almost over. Eat shit. Shit. Red, white. Eat shit. Looked at the other window when I heard that thing fall. What thing fall? You heard that thing fall? What exactly was that thing? Huh? Oh, that. The glass light stand. Right. The one that had fallen over at the scene. Phoenix. Something about that strike you as odd? Yes, very. Yeah, that is odd. I'll press further. Mr. White? Huh? What? You're saying you saw the glass light stand? Yes. Then change your testimony to reflect that. Sorry, my bad. Witness will revise his testimony. Okay, of course. A light stand was lying on the floor when I looked. How could he have seen it? The glass stand was lying on the floor. That's the first I've heard of this. Why didn't you tell us about the stand before? Why? Me? Well, I was instructed not to. Wait. One moment. Give me a minute to gather my thoughts. I am so confused. White's falling apart. Your Honor, please, I ask that you do not allow the witness to be badgered any further. Mr. Wright, please refrain from badgering the witness. Yes, Your Honor. Edgeworth is on. Very well. Witness may continue his account. Then the next moment I saw Ms. Mia run to the left. He ran to the left. Miss Mia? Mr. White, did you know the victim personally? No. Triple no. How would I? How could I? I see nothing odd about the witness knowing the name of the victim. Mr. Wright, I will not have you harrying the witness. Looking a little flustered, Edgeworth. Killer, you attacked her, but she dodged. Turned and ran for the door. You did her in with a single blow. Flap. Alright. I'm gonna take a chance here. Take a chance. Mr. White. It was impossible for you to have seen the glass stand. What? Look at this. These are the floor plans to the scene of the murder, yes? Correct, Your Honor. Now, look. If you were to look through the window at the office, this is the area you would be able to see. Here. Well, no, the stand is not within the visible area. Well, Mr. White, what do you have to say to that? Ridiculosity. Mr. White, if you were in the Gatewater Hotel as you claim, you could not have seen the stand before it fell over. In fact, you wouldn't have been able to see it after it fell, either. There's no way you could have recognized the broken shards of the glass light stand. So, when did you see the stand, Mr. White? Must have been the moment that it fell? And the only place you could have seen that from is inside the Fey Law Office. In other words, you were at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. Mr. White. White. You did it, didn't you? Mr. Your Honor.
Objection!
That's far enough, Phoenix Wright. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Huh. What? Oh, I forgot about Edgeworth. Mr. White. I think the time has come. You confess your crime now, What? I said you should confess your crime. Ergo, confess that you placed the wiretap. What? Wiretap? Order! Order! Mr. Edgeworth, explain to the court what you mean by this. Distinguished members of the court, Mr. White is slightly confused. Allow me to explain. I really don't like the way this is headed. As you know, Mr. White is the CEO of Blue. He ordered his secretary, Miss April May, to tap the law offices of Miss Fay. What does that have to do, Your Honor? The question is, when was the wiretap placed in the office and by who? Oh, you wouldn't. Mr. White, in order to place the wiretap, you entered Miss Fay's office. Am I correct? Correct. You are most correct, Miles. A break. Yes, in order to place the wiretap, I breached the Fay and Company law Fay and Company law offices. That is when I saw that accursed light stand. Now I'm confused. Please explain to the court what all this means, Mr. Edgeworth. Sadly, Your Honor, Mr. Phoenix Wright has made it his position quite clear. He has determined that Mr. White knew the glass stand was in the office. It is shown that there was only one time Mr. White could have seen the stand. The very moment of the murder. Thus, Mr. Wright would like you to believe that Mr. White murdered her. See. However, it is a fact that Mr. White had been to that office well before the murder took place. He went to the place, the wiretap. He could have seen the glass light stand then. Ergo, Mr. Phoenix Wright's theory is revealed. Baseless conjecture it is. Mr. White, you will testify to the court about this wiretapping. Leave it to me. You'll faint. It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. I had entered the Fay and Company law offices. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. That is when I saw this glass light stand. Oh, you saw the stand before the night of the incident. This is how you were able to identify what had fallen over by the sound. Correct. That is right. See. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine. What am I supposed to do now? Good luck, Phoenix. Okay. I'm gonna press Q a lot. Beginning of September of the week. Wait a minute. Okay. Do you have proof? April May knew the details of Miss Faye's phone calls. This proves that the wiretap was placed before the murder. Right. I had entered the Faye. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. That is when I saw this glass light stand. Why did you notice something so innocuous as a light stand? The light stand was made entirely out of glass. It was quite stylish, though I guess it made a lasting impression. Such a beauticious thing deserves attention, does it not? That is all. Damn it. Nothing there for me to press him on. Oh well, maybe I don't know enough that I can out of him. Was it really you that went into the office? Or was it Miss May? Unidentified fingerprints several days old were found in the Fanco law offices. Those were obviously Mr. White's. And if I know Edgeworth, he's already run a check on those prints. Now, Mr. White, tell us why you went to the Fanco law offices. Of course, I had it done the wiretap. Why did you tap Mia's phone? This has no bearing on the current case, Your Honor. Blue Corp is a detective agency of sorts. We have a responsibility, right, to protect client confidentiality. Uh-oh. Don't tell me I've run out of ammo. Afraid that's as far as you go, Mr. Wright. The time has come for you to admit you fought honorably. Take this anyway. Mr. Wright, are you giving up? Yes, Your Honor. Phoenix, here. Mia! Never give up, Phoenix. Mia. Okay, so far, this is wrong. She's supposed to be in Maya's outfit, not in her old one. I don't like this. Where am I? The waiting lobby. What happened? Oh, right. I lost the trial. Hallucinating. Ah, I finally awake. Yeah. Pass out again. Hey, Phoenix. Yak, that's no way to greet an old friend. Phoenix, I want you to look at me. Yes, ma'am. There we go. Alright, that's what I expected. You're... Maya? Didn't you know the Fey women have strong psychic powers? When you accepted your defeat, it appears that was enough of a shock to awaken Maya's true powers. So, Maya is channeling you, Mia. That's right, I am Maya. But I'm also Mia. Now, I want you to listen to me. Maya never gave up. You can't either. That's what I came here to tell you. But we don't have much time, Phoenix. Now listen. Already won. Huh? You have the receipt in the court record, right? Oh yeah. You wrote Maya on. Phoenix. White wrote that. So what do I do? Look at the front of the receipt. Regular receipt. Like it's from a famous department store. $1,000. Big spender. Item glass light stick. Purchase September 4th. September 4th? That's right, Phoenix. I bought that stand the day before I was killed. Whoa! Now, what did Mr. White say in his testimony? It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. He said he saw the stand the week before the murder. There you go. I think the court is above to reconvene. Go do it, Phoenix. You know you're innocent. Now you just have to prove it. Right. Proceed update. To answer your question, Diego, first, the phase... No, I didn't play that again, damn it. Phase are spirit mediums. Channeling. Yeah. There to help me out. September 9th, District Court 1. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. He is a defendant. Rather, are you all right, Mr. Wright? Yeah, sorry, Your Honor. I'm fine now. Let's start where we left off. Your Honor, there is nothing to go back to. Cross-examination of Mr. White is finished. All that is required now is for you to pass judgment on defendant Phoenix Wright. Your Honor, please give me one more chance. I promise you this is the last time I'll ask you. As Mr. Edgeworth has noted, the trial is more or less finished. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have any opinion on this matter? I say, let us give Mr. Phoenix Wright his last chance. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination. It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. Look closely at this. See the word Maya written in blood? You're grasping. I think not. Look at the other side of the receipt. The other side. Your Honor, would you tell the court what is written on the other side of that receipt? Well, glass nightstand, and the date of purchase. Why, that's the day before the murder. You see, Mr. White, when you allegedly entered Fane Co. law offices at the beginning of September, Stan could not have been there. Mr. White? Can't get out of this one, can you? It's impossible. Uh-oh. He's losing it. Well, Your Honor, I understand there must be quite a bit of pressure on you. But I think you'll agree you can't judge me guilty under these circumstances. Very well. Then, that is all for the trial of... Objection! Not so fast, Phoenix Wright. What? No way can he worm his way out of this one. Wait, I forgot. It's Edgeworth. There is a certain thread of logic to the defendant's claims. However, there is no concrete proof that Phoenix Wright is innocent. Ergo, I would like to request one more day before Phoenix Wright is granted his freedom. I need time to make one more inquiry into this. This isn't going to be another one of those updated autopsy reports. He just makes up evidence as he pleases. This is bad. Mr. White's guilt is obvious. There's no need to prolong this trial any further. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, if anyone is going to call Mr. White to trial, it would be me, prosecution. I need a day to ascertain whether these new claims have any basis in factual evidence. Let's see. Objection denied. But... completion of the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright will be postponed until tomorrow. Telling what will happen if I can't end this now. If they're sure to come up with or just make up something. He has showed up to help me and all. Fuck you, Mr. Shiny Man. Mr. Your Honor, may I go home? Of course. Thank you for your time. The witness will stay. This note out loud. What's it? Your Honor, if I may. You're quite persistent today, Mr. Rat. Bet I am. My life is guiding on this one. I have something I would like to read.
Look at this photograph.
The memo Mia had given me was a list of names. Many of them sounded strangely familiar. People in finance, famous celebrities. That's when it happened. Stop. Desist. Halt. Please, stop. Make him stop. How? How did you get that list? Mr. White, admit your guilt, right here. Or else this list will be released to the press. I confess. I confess. I did it. I hit her. I hit Miss Mia with the thinker. Sounds like a weird sex act. Case closed, Your Honor. Well, I see no reason to continue this trial. Mr. Rat. Yes, Your Honor. Done it again. It's quite a spirited defense. Yes, Your Honor. I guess you could say that. New house. Well, this court finds the defense, rather the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright, not guilty. Betty, yay! That is all. This court is adjourned. September 9th, 2:24 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. Well, I never thought I'd be saying this again. But congratulations. Feel lucky I was born a Fae. Lucky I had both you and Maya on my side. Glad you made it. Thank you, Phoenix. You risked a lot to help Maya. Won't forget it as long as I live. As long as you live? My time here's running out. Huh? Maya's powers are still weak. Can't stay here that long. What? No! No, there's still so much to say. Don't worry. I'm sure we'll meet again. Chief! I'm not the chief anymore. Phoenix. Can you come to the office tonight? Say... office. I'll see you later. Chief! Yeah. September 9th, 9:02 p.m. Company law offices. Here, hard not to think about that night. Game! I was kind of worried you might not. Huh. Of course I came. Hold on. Pretty hungry. What a burger. Yeah? What? You should see your face. Yeah. What are you talking about? It's me, Maya. What? Did I look like my sister? Look like? Her. I might be able to use that. Oh, Phoenix, go to the store and buy me lunch, would you? Maya, why are you here? Because of this. See, Mia wrote me a letter. Take care of Phoenix. Take care of... Huh. In the office. This office. No one has to help with the new writing company offices, right? And who better but me, Maya Faye. Reporting for duty. Wait, on second thought, let's make this casual. Yo, Nick. Maya here, ready to get down to business. You don't mind me calling you Nick, do you? Great name. Mia said that's what your friend Larry calls you. You know what this means? We're partners. You know, I think about it. It is Maya's fault I'm here now. But, if it wasn't for her, I'd probably be in jail. Brighton Cove Lofts. Got a good ring to it. Thanks, Maya. Okay. I'll always be watching. Face. Good face. Right, okay, Nick, let's do it. Huh? Do what? Burgers, dummy. Burgers. Great burger joint just down the street. Come on, time's a wasting. Okay, wait up.